the next page is the rural map. Right straight south of the lake, the Vogel Popcorn is putting a tremendous amount of money in this, is a grain bin site. The wires are too close to the bins to pass our inspection. Now's the time we got to do it. Now's the time to do it because they want to upgrade their service. We'd be taking the overhead wire out, setting two poles, going underground into their pad mount transformer, out of there up the other pole. So you have no wires by those transformers. If you ever go out there, the bins are actually, the fans I think are sitting in there.
Is this on private property or anything?
No, this will be in the county ditch.
Okay.
Is there a timetable to do popcorn? They want it right away?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Of these jobs, you guys, I would like, getting the contractor in, the another thing also, the restaurant and Vogel Popcorn, I would like to have done before May 1st. And that's why I told Dave verbally, I'm trying to shoot for May 1st.
What kind of money are you talking? We need 2 projects to start off with.
Let's go back to our map. See, the Vogel Popcorn is underground and overhead, so you're dealing with fusion prices. I think that's on the next page. Yeah, the next page.
So we have, like, 1 or 2 contractors that bid on this, or you do bids, or you just...
I'll set it on as many as we can find.
Is this, nobody's interested in the small stuff, though?
I'd like to have the underground be one project and the overhead be another project. Because a lot of overhead contractors don't do underground, so they would contract it done and vice versa with the underground. The overhead project I'd like to have done before November. And I know the contractor up here, Sack's interested, that's working up at Sack RAC, look at right here. How that one contractor put a bid in of $7,500 for mobilization, which I agree with this price. When you're moving all these trucks and crew, it's not cheap. Also, you guys, I always put out, it's up to the council to accept or reject all bids. You got to put that in. If all the bids come in tonight, you don't have the money, you just don't do it. You got that kind of price. I didn't itemize out those jobs. I itemized the underground. Well, I guess the simple way to do it, I got materials of $33,000 and labor of $40,000. Do you have your calculator, Scott?
I do. You want it?
50 is 83 divided by 83,000, Scott, divided by 2,700. I'm just trying to give you a foot price. Which one?
$30.75.
Per foot.
Is that they would bid it by the foot?
Oh yeah, it's all. What we do is I go out there with a measuring wheel and I measure a path. And you know how things are. You go in, they'll hit something, you got to move. Then when they're done with the job, we take the measuring wheel and we measure what they did. So you're paying for exactly what they did.
They bore this or they plow it?
All these will be bored.
Can you go through the last 2 there on page 5, Bill?
Once we get, you guys had one of them. Somebody asked me for a price on the restaurant, the other one. The restaurant is 640 feet, and the Vogel Popcorn's 680. That's your price here, Scott. 13.
$19,680. 640. 1,000.
And realize that we've already ordered the transformers.
For the Glacier Bay?
The transformers are separate of this price. So that, that's a pretty rough price. Realize, you guys, the less you do, you're going to pay more. When we move a crew in, that affects, of course, affects the price.
Because they're going to charge you the setup fee or move fee,
Oh,
no
yeah.
matter what we do. Even though he's not moving far?
We're lucky, we got Shun Construction down Storm Lake, Cherokee.
Cherokee?
And he told us $500 for mobilization.
I like the way Shun gave a price, so we called them and asked for price, and they give you a per foot cost, and then they actually says, well, but our pencil will get sharper when it's time for the real bid.
Yeah, I
So I feel a
guarantee
little bit better about that.
This Watts Electric's the company that worked for they're working for Wall Lake. I think it got done last year. What I did is I took their bid and Watts' bid, kind of estimated what I thought the price was going to be. But this is going to be high. Because I think like Leroy Shun, they're looking for work.
We would think they'd be looking for it, because a lot of towns are tucking in their horns and not doing nothing.
Talking to my brother about that too, he does a lot of this stuff, Evansburg.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to get the bids in early, because as the year goes along and they fill it with work, they're gonna,
I tried to get this done
One
sooner,
little more.
it didn't work that way. This MISO garbage, you guys, is just taking up a tremendous amount of time. If you turn back to that map on page 5, with the rural line, the other, right east of, or west of Old Poplar, that pole on that intersection was almost broke off during the November ice storm. So I was going to redo that corner. There's 4 or 5 poles right there. And then the top left-hand corner, that's a mile of line that I would have bet was going to go down during the November ice storm. And these are areas that are not scheduled under the FEMA.
That's good. That was my question.
I'm not touching them things until we get a word from them guys.
What's this big long one up here by 71?
That's from, you remember, John, you seen us changing that pole out that one day for
Yep.
that OCR right there?
Oh, okay.
That's the end of our line, to blast on the north side.
Oh, yeah, okay.
From the golf course, that would be 5 miles north of the golf course. And I also, another suggestion I would make to you is, if we do this stuff next budget year, after July, there's, like the restaurant and the local pop, we gotta get that done. No question about that. But you can look at your money situation, if you don't want to, kick these other ones out in the next calendar, or next fiscal year.
well, it probably don't hurt to get bids from home, like you said, it's,
You guys can accept and reject it.
Where are we gonna get the money on?
Operations. And it's, they're budgeted expenses. Right now, we do not have money in that account, but even over the next months, we will have money in it. And a lot of these expenses would be normal operating expenses. We'd be doing part of it even if it weren't packaged as a large project. So it's not truly $140,000 in additional cost that we otherwise would have done.
And on this underground, we do all the terminating. The contractor just puts the conduit in the ground and pulls the wire in, and we terminate the elbows.
How does a project like that take?
Leroy Shun, oh heck, you guys, I don't think it should even take him 2 weeks.
The both of them, they're going to start in both of them.
Just,
Do all the underground.
I would say all the underground 2 weeks. But I'm telling you that, the deal out there at the hotel, there's storm pipes go under, sewer lines, existing electric lines. That's not going to be easy out there.
How deep do they go?
I want them 4 foot.
So it doesn't cost us anything to get bids, though, just go out.
You guys, that's why I say you accept and reject them all.
I'd say it'd be worth getting them, and then if we don't do them, at least we know next year about what it's gonna cost to, some inflation on materials and stuff.
So we need a motion to have Bill get bids on these?
Do you need a motion, Scott?
Well, go ahead, no, I have
Um,
motion to authorize.
The last time we did any burying in this town was in 2006. That's the last time we buried, brought a contractor in. This, you guys, is an ongoing thing. That underground wire does not last forever.
Is that Pete that did the last time?
Yeah, but the ones, there was two sons and a dad and an uncle.
Yeah.
Well, the one son got into a fight with his dad, and he was the one that came to Lakeview that did an excellent job for us. Well, he's gone now. So now it's his brother David, and I've never dealt with him.
So do we have a motion to let Bill get bids on this?
I'll make that motion.
Second? Roll call.
Thank you. Slater?
Yes.
Laney?
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But that's the way I'll put it out, make the underground one project, the overhead's one project. The overhead wouldn't be started until after July 1st, completed by November 1st. Council accepts, rejects all bids.
You could probably have them start as of 1st of June, because you want to pay till the 1st of July, but that would be fine.
Okay. Well, we got that back, we got to redo Scott too, that when we did out last time.